community of Jeffersonville, County of Clark. If there's an opportunity for a person of color to become this person, I'm willing to take that challenge.
Coming down, seeing the fire trucks and being in the firehouse, just loved it. I said, I'm gonna do it one day.
You know, my worst day was a good day on the fire department.
The best job I had was being a firefighter. That's the best job I had because we was going out helping people.
No, you're not. You want to be a fireman. And here I am.
But I always had that hand in my back.
Looked like the whole downtown was burning.
Well, it was sort of like a family.
To make them great firefighters.
It's a real fulfilling job.
I'm Jen Widener at the Jeffersonville Township Public Library. February is Black History Month. In honor of that, we're interviewing some of Jeffersonville's African-American firefighters. So how long were you a firefighter?
I was a firefighter for 30 years.
26 years and 6 months.
40 years.
I've been with the department for 13 years this year.
August will be 25 years.
How many years were you fire chief?
4 years I was chief.
What was that like?
That was interesting. That was a very eventful job. I had a chance to deal with some big fires. I also had a chance to build some new firehouses for the firefighters in the community to enhance their deal with public safety.
You became fire chief in February of 2020. What has that been like for you?
A roller coaster ride, and a good one. COVID to doing some stuff with training and working together with my staff has been really, really interesting and really fun.
What made you want to become a firefighter?
Well, I always looked up to the fire department, the members on the department, and I always thought if I had ever had an opportunity, then I would try to get on.
I'm a second generation firefighter, following my father's footsteps. He retired 2 years ago. He did 31 years in service.
Actually, I did want to be a fireman because I used to hang out at the firehouse when I was a kid, and my dad was a police officer. I used to work with my dad after he retired, and he ran the security for Jeff Boat, and I was a supervisor there. And I was in my early 20s, and I was like, hey, Dad, man, I think I'm going to go down and apply at the police department. And I can remember to this day, him turning around in his chair, and he's like, no, you're not. You want to be a fireman. And here I am. Father knows best.
When I came aboard with Jeffersonville Fire Department, I think it was an opportunity for our community, the Black community, during that time and era. There was a lot of things going on, and there were some challenging issues going on.
Do you think having an African-American fire chief encourages more people of color to become firefighters?
I'd like to think it would. I'd like to think so. I hope so. I am a big advocate for not just African-American people. I want a good mix of people to come and apply, and that's women, Hispanic, Asian. I don't discriminate against anybody. I think this is a great job. It's probably one of the best jobs in the world.
Really did not have those kinds of issues. It was not a marching, chanting, ranting, raving kind of thing to make change in this community. It just happened. And I attribute that to the church community. I attribute that to the leadership in this community. So, you know, for me to say that, oh, it was so horrible, I was treated this way, I was treated that way, hell no, I wasn't. You know, I made my bed and I enjoyed it. And so I'm Jeffersonville all the way.
What is the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is helping people and being out here with the community and talking to kids and seeing how people look up to you.
We began to do outreach. We got involved with scout groups that we sponsored. And I like that kind of stuff.
I think the thing that makes you proud is you're going out helping people. You're getting a chance to go out and talk to groups, and you're getting a chance to go out and do for people in your community as far as to help them better their situation in their life when it comes to fire service.
And then going to help people in their time of need is really great. You know, like yesterday, for instance, I had a run and ladies like, you know, you all being out here doing what you do makes life worth living.
I get up every day and I get to come in here just to provide the service to the citizens of Jeff, as well as us being able to serve the needs of these guys to make them great firefighters. And that's a full-time job, and that's what's fun about it.
So, what were some of the challenges of your job?
Well, the big challenge is always trying to make sure we're prepared when the alarm goes off to go out and do our job, whether it be rescuing someone, whether it's putting out a house fire, whether it be auto extrication. The big thing in our job is being preparedness for it, get a proper training and all, so we can go out and do a good job for the citizens of Jeffersonville.
You get into some situations that are very difficult. Living in a small community, pretty much you're going to know a family member, know someone whose life has been affected by some tragic situation. So,
Over that length of time, there was just numerous amounts of bad fires. Wall Street Church, there was one on Missouri Avenue, was really bad. And the Quadrangle, just over a period of time, it was just so many, it's unbelievable.
Do you have any advice you would give anyone thinking about becoming a firefighter?
For one, stay out of trouble. That's a biggie. With these kids, sometimes you don't understand what you're doing in life. Just try to keep your nose clean and fly a straight path. Get your education. Stay up in school. Come down to the firehouse and meet the guys. Start working in and finding out about the job. If you're going to go to college, take fire science. Educate yourself about what you're getting into, because we do see a lot of things. It is dangerous. At the same time, it's very rewarding.
put your heart into it. Don't treat it as a job. You've got to commit to your community.
I would say if you would like to become a firefighter, to just try to get as much involvement with it in your community, the firehouses or the training or whatever you had to do to enhance what you need to do.
If ever they have the opportunity, they should give it a try. I think they would really like it.
I would pursue education, and if you want this job, you just don't give up.
I had an obligation to everybody in this community, black and white people in this community, to do my best. And I came on board with a lot of guys who were World War II veterans, guys that were my dad's age. Their response to me was like I was like a son, because they had kids my age. If anything, they tended to shelter me. And, when I trained in school for 6 months, I was always shadowed, always had a hand in my back. They're right there. And they're right there with me,
So they weren't going to let you fail.
No,
they were
right.
going to make sure.
There was no way that there was not a written or standing order, but they were not going to allow me to fail.
Thank you for watching, and more importantly, thank you to the African American firefighters that have paved the way for future African American firefighters.
I was dumb enough to fall down a couple of roofs, fall off a couple of roofs, fall down in the basement. The ductwork saved me, that kind of stuff. But for the fact that the good people of this community that accepted me, the good people that work with me, hell, I just performed the easiest part, showing up.